Out here in Belmont shore, the bay, board raft. I made this pole holder here. Let me show you this. I made this pole holder here. Swivels up and down, tilts. It's made to accept a spinning rod or a fly rod. Locks in place like that, and we throw. Girlfriend and I, back in 1984, 85, maybe 86, went out on Davies, out of Davies Lock on Western Pride fishing, and when she got out there, she went to cast. She casted, but she forgot to tighten the crank bolt, and so it fell in. So couldn't get the line back up. The whole crank fell in. So she paid for a $65 boat ride that day, and we saw these guys wearing Shimano shirts, 3 of them, Asian guys, and they had a bunch of rods. We asked them, "Hey, can we use one of your rods? We'll gladly pay you." We explained what happened, so he let us borrow this one. It was revolutionary. It was one of the first ones that was just a blank all the way through, one piece, and it had a Shimano bait runner on it, 3500. This one here, and we used it all day. And he asked me, what do you rate that rod at? I said, man, it's one of the best rods I've ever fished. He goes, okay, I'm gonna put that on my report. We are working for Shimano. We're field testers. You go ahead and keep that rod. It's not even available on the market yet. Give me a hell yeah. I still have it to this day. Shimano 3500 bait runner. And the rod. Compliments of Shimano field testers. Whoa, check out those dolphins. Frozen anchovy. How this bait runner works is you click that on. If something goes with it, and you can control the tension. This way it doesn't spook the fish and gives you warning rather than losing your rod. He said lose your rod. Now I've also brought my 8-weight Able. They put your name right on it. Intermediate line. And my Sage, let's see, 3-piece RPLXI, 8-weight. in the ocean now they changed the laws, and your second rod in the water does not work in salt water. So I'm sure I'm being watched here somewhere. And something jumped right here. So when using this, I can't use this. When using this, I can't use this. But I'm going to use both. The last fish I caught on this rod right here was a largemouth bass out of Los Coyotes Regional. Before that, the last fish I caught in saltwater was down in Mexico. I went with some Vietnamese guys down to Mexico on a boat, all the way from Long Beach to Mexico. Long boat ride. All we caught was bass. Small bass. But we had fun. Usually in freshwater, I start off with the Daredevil. In saltwater, I usually start off with a chartreuse or a orange clouser. I don't know if I have any. Running a little low. Yeah, there's one. Deceiver. Clouser's got the barbell weights. That'll work. Matter of fact, I'm going to go with that one instead. Start off with a chartreuse. Here we go. Clouser action. 8 weight. I have 8-pound leader, and it is 10 feet long. I don't have any tippet. I just have a direct 10-pound piece of line, straight line leader, no tapered leader. Not going for trout here. So they're jumping in back of me. I'm gonna pull up this anchor, and I'm gonna pull up this bait rod, and I'm going to that's PVC, that's aluminum. This is oak. I'm going to try my fly rod trolling. This is known as a DUI fly. They were really hot a while back. Let's see if they still like them. Primarily on bass, croaker, and corbina. I don't think I've ever caught halibut on a DUI. Caught all those on clousers. Loosen up that drag. Just don't lose my rod. This raft is like one step down from a Zodiac. It's made by Sea Eagle. They make packable kayaks now. And I've had this thing since my daughter was, oh shoot, 2. So I've had this thing 17 years. Harbor Patrol on my right. Probably looking at me with binoculars to see if I got both rods out. But denied. Yes. Hell yeah. I love fishing. It's all about the views. He said, angle your stroke. It's G-Roke.
Remember to look at the water out in front of your board. There you go. Now paddle. That looks good right there. Good. At least 20. Any luck?
Nothing yet.
Well, you're out here.
Yeah.
That's pretty lucky. Have a good day.
You too. Yes.
Nice. Boy, nice. Woo. So now watch my head.
Maybe I'll take up some paddleboarding. that hook sharp. It will kill. After work, I was working nights, Huntington Beach, about 10 years ago, about 8 or 9 years ago. And after work, got up at 12 o'clock, or no, I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Started at 10, got up at 5. And third shift for a while. I took this boat down to Cherry Beach, Long Beach, back to me, and rode out by the oil islands. I was fishing, catching a few halibut, a few bass. Coming back in, when it got hot, I was coming back in at 9, 10 o'clock. And the wind was going offshore and the tide was going out, and I was struggling. I was really struggling. And I mean, I can row good. I've been rowing all over this bay, no problem at all. But I was fighting that current. It was spraying me, and I just, let me just rest a minute. And I laid back and laid back. The next thing I know, I hear, attention small craft, turn around, you're nearing the shipping lanes. If you look off at Cherry Beach in Long Beach, you see that wall out there, that breaker wall. I was less than from here to that kayaker, that boat. I was less than here to there from passing those rocks. So I turned back around. I go, hey, can you pull me back in? So, no, row back in. So I'm rowing. About 2 hours time. 2 hours. My arms, my chest is burning. I was jumping out behind the boat, paddling and pushing the boat. Jumped till my feet got tired, then jumping back in and rowing. I was alternating back and forth till I got on shore. When I got on shore, I just drug it up by the parking lot and I just laid there. I'll rest for a minute. Big mistake. This lady comes over and kicks my elbow. Excuse me, sir, you better turn over. You are redder than a lobster. It's like, oh man, I gotta get to work. I started work 5 o'clock, so I go home and it was hurting. It was already hurting. I got in the shower. When I got in the shower, the warm water hurt real bad, so by night I had water blisters on my back about like this. Huge blisters. I couldn't go to work, and I went to the emergency room. They said, you got 2nd-degree burns, not much you can do for it. They gave me some salve, but yeah, it was horrible. Attention small craft, you are nearing the shipping lanes. Let's try a crocodile. Takes a while to eat a crocodile. Those tracks are where I drag it down.
Whale of a tale or two about the flapping fish and the girls I've loved on nights like this with the moon above. Whale of a tale, and it's all true, I swear by my tattoo. There was mermaid Minnie, met her down in Madagascar. She would kiss me anytime that I would ask her. Then one evening her flame of love blew out. Blow me down and pick me up, she swapped me for a trout. Got a whale of a tale to tell you last, a whale of a tale or two about the flapping fish and the girls I've loved.
That was it.
Whale of a tale, and it's all true, I swear by
Skunked. But I did see a school of dolphin. 2 schools, as a matter of fact. It was a good day. Crocodile. Anything? Nothing.
getting a cabman, travelling on buses, reading the graffiti about slash city affairs. I say that's